There is a huge difference between closing costs and the down payment on a mortgage. Hi, this is Recharging with Champions, and I'm your host, Charlotte Harrill. Just yesterday, I had a client come in and they were pre-qualified for an FHA loan. They had gone under contract on a house and they had decided that even though I told them they only needed $7,000 for seller paid closing costs, they went ahead and had the seller pay $10,000 in seller paid closing costs, thinking that they could use that overage to cover the down payment. And I want you to hear just very clearly the differences here. Seller paid closing costs goes towards closing costs, and down payment is the statutory or necessary investment that the buyer has to use or put down on the mortgage. So let's talk real numbers. If I was going to buy a $500,000 house and put 5% down, then my down payment would be $25,000 that I need to come up with and pay for. Now, I might have another $7,000 to $10,000 of closing costs and prepaids, maybe even buy downs on that loan that I have to pay separately. Those two things are not one and the same. However, you can negotiate for your seller to pay most, if not all, of those closing costs, but the seller cannot give anything toward your statutory investment. They cannot give you a penny toward your down payment. So if I was an agent or a lender and I was going to make a post for my database or for my social media, here's what I would say. Closing costs and down payment are not the same thing. It's very important if you're looking to buy a house that you understand that the down payment requirement is the money that you have to have for your down payment on your mortgage. It could be 5%, 3%, 3.5%, 10%, depending on the loan type that you're doing. Remember that closing costs, which are the fees that are incurred when you buy a house, are completely separate of that down payment. You can negotiate for your seller to pay closing costs, but the seller can't pay a dime of your down payment requirement. Good things to know when you're planning on buying a house. You get the idea. That's the script that you could use. Something like that. Make it fun, put it in your own words, but give the information. We'll see you tomorrow.